the dandy way to live. SpaceDandy, the complete series. It's a classic, it sure is. And we got SpaceDandy, and we got a bunch of characters that are very important and cool. Alright, and now let's flip onto the back. SpaceDandy, the greatest galactic gallivating to ever hit Toonami. Strap in for the ride of a lifetime, baby. The SpaceDandy Complete Series is here to blow your mind with 26 episodes of Pompadour perfection. Hunting for rare aliens, the one and only Dandy travels the galaxy with his misfit sidekicks towards the ultimate destination. I'll explain that. Bob's, the greatest view in the galaxy. Alright, special features. Dandy Guy in Space, 1 and 2, 4 episode commentaries, promos, commercials, tickless openings, and ending songs, and watch anytime, anywhere. So we got Dandy, his partner, the girl, SpaceDandy, important characters. Very cool! So, yeah, let's go ahead and open this up so I can explain myself! I know, so I gotta hurry up and explain myself. I know a lot of you are thinking right now, what did that just say? What did he say about that? Alright, and it is open. Alright, and here is SpaceDandy Part 1. I'm not gonna show that thing over there because it's like a digital. It's like a digital thing. If I did show it there, I'm gonna just like get rid of. I'm gonna like edit that out, I guess. Well, it probably won't even matter. I'll probably just get it anyways. So, SpaceDandy Blu-ray 2, 11, 13, and 14 to 23. Very good stuff, I must say. And alright, that's cool dandy art. That was a really good episode. Alright, and the final 24 to 26. And boom, that's it. That's the Blu-ray. Very nice Blu-ray. One of the bigger DVDs that one of the bigger Blu-rays that I have because of the fact that it's a anime series and not just like the Dragon Ball movie that I had. So, okay, it's time to explain myself. They didn't mean that literally, guys, okay? They didn't mean that literally. It's a restaurant, okay? It's a restaurant. It's not what you were thinking about that. And even so, and it's actually important, they usually go there for character interactions, like, character meetups sometimes. And, like, in, like, the later seasons, they go there for, like, development of the girl character, which is, her name is Honey, so yeah, their name is Honey, and they go there for character reasons, like, in the later seasons. So, there you go. I explained myself, and I'll explain myself even more. SpaceDandy is, I don't know if it's a direct inspiration, but basically, SpaceDandy is a 14-plus sci-fi Johnny Bravo. I don't know if everyone watching this video knows who Johnny Bravo is, but if you know, then basically, yeah, Johnny Bravo has a pompadour, Dandy has a pompadour, and they basically and the thing is, they really do act the same. If you know how Johnny Bravo acts, then that's basically how Dandy acts. But it's for 14 plus. I can imagine that Johnny Bravo would basically be exactly like SpaceDandy, but without being in space and stuff, if it was also like on Adult Swim or something like that. I mean, they were pretty close together, so I don't know at the same time, but yeah, that's like a synopsis to explain myself, okay? Now that I've explained myself, let me get into the important juicy stuff, because I really love SpaceDandy. I mean, in SpaceDandy, I love the characters, I love the comedy, I love the animation, and especially the OST. I'm gonna say this just now. If you take anything out of this video, please listen to the OST of SpaceDandy. And here's the thing, I love every single song from the SpaceDandy. I don't think there's a miss. I think just every single song in SpaceDandy is good. So, but if I had to give you my favorites, I'd say Quiet City, Stardust Pipeline, and Fairy. Quiet City, that's more of a scene kind of thing. It's not like the greatest music ever made, but I just really like the scene that it's first played in. Then Stardust Pipeline. Stardust Pipeline, the music, beautiful. The animation, beautiful. It is such a amazing scene, and it's just so cool. And then Fairy. Fairy, it is such a good song. It is such a beautiful song. And to really appreciate Fairy, I believe you really should just like see the episode that Fairy is from, and like it's so good. It's a season 2. It's from season 2. I don't remember the exact episode because it's been a while, but Fairy and the episode that is from is such a good Dandy episode. Like it's like up there as one of my most favorite episodes of SpaceDandy. So, I guess I should, now that I've explained that, I guess I should also explain, this. SpaceDandy is a very underlooked anime. Not that many people actually knew about SpaceDandy, say my BSM. If that's so, then how did you find out about SpaceDandy? Discord meme. One time I was like on Discord in a meme server, and then like someone posted a random clip. It was like Dandy and a guy dancing, and guess what? Not only did I find a pretty good song, I also found one of my most favorite animes of all time. SpaceDandy is just so good, man. And I am thankful for that Discord meme that I like found SpaceDandy, because like, you know, I didn't know what it was, of course, because I'd never seen SpaceDandy before that Discord meme, so I had to do it. I downloaded one of those find anime apps, and well, I put it in, and I took a screenshot from the video that I had, and boom, it gave me the name, SpaceDandy. I'm not 100% sure if I immediately looked up SpaceDandy to see what it was, but one thing's for sure, I am so glad I did, because SpaceDandy is such a good anime. Like, every single episode of SpaceDandy is good. There is not a bad episode of SpaceDandy, I think. There might be some episodes that I wouldn't call like the pinnacle, and like episodes like, I don't know, but no, not really at all. They're all good. Like, there's like the worst I could say about any episode is just like, it's just an episode that I'm just thinking, man, it was all really good. There's like that's like the worst I can say about SpaceDandy. It's just to say that like a certain episode is just like pretty good or like really good. That's like the lowest I can say. Every SpaceDandy episode is good. I know I'm just praising the anime, but there's no substance to that. To just say, oh, it's good, but there's like no substance to that, but it is good, okay? It is a really good anime that I believe if you like anime, or if you like anime, you should watch SpaceDandy. It is such a good anime. And okay, now let me tell you about this is important. Let me tell you about why I brought this on Blu-ray. Well, one, that the Blu-ray player that I got like not too long ago. This SpaceDandy wasn't the only reason why I brought it, but me wanting to get SpaceDandy for the reason that I'm about to tell you is a good reason why I got it. So I'm glad to finally have one of the key pieces to why I got that Blu-ray player, because now I can actually justify it to myself. Okay, so that's done. So now that part is done. Wait, what was that? Oh yeah. The reason why I actually got this thing in the first place, other than support the things you like so you can get more of them, is because of the fact that on Hulu, which is where I was rewatching the show, I was like rewatching it on Hulu. They didn't have. I really think. Oh yeah, here's the thing. SpaceDandy. If you're gonna watch SpaceDandy, please do yourself a favor and watch it in dub. I know. A lot of you anime fans are like, ugh, dub. No, SpaceDandy was if you look it up, SpaceDandy's dub was done first, and then the sub came first. An anime is basically meant for dub when the dub came first. Okay, it's also like PSG. If you don't know what PSG is, well, I guess you don't know what PSG is. But PSG is also it's like a more American-styled anime. It's an anime, but they went for a more American style. And basically, it could be just said like it's just basically to be said like this. Anytime I think about the PSG sub, I think to myself, why? The dub is so much better. It's just an objective fact that the PSG dub is better than the sub. But I know maybe some of you didn't get that. I'll just say this: Go Garter Belt. Go Garter Belt is a beautiful song, and it has some really good animation. So if you don't know what PSG is, maybe you'll be able to find it after I just said that. So yeah, now let's get off of that. So yeah, SpaceDandy, a beautiful anime. I love this thing so much, and I am so glad that I can finally watch the second season in dub. Like, because of the fact that SpaceDandy is such a like unknown anime, it's basically like impossible to like actually find any clips. Like, there was like a clip of the anime I was trying to look for in dub, but of course no one like knows about this anime, or else they just haven't watched it. So of course, unlike if I wanted to go look up a Dragon Ball clip, that would be easy. Oh, Goku doing Kamehameha, the Dragon Ball, or something like that, or Dragon Ball Super Ultra Instinct fight versus Jiren. That's easy to find because everyone knows about Dragon Ball. Everyone's posting those clips online on YouTube. But for SpaceDandy clips, it's like hard to come across like specific scenes because, well, no one's really like uploading about it. So I'm glad to finally have the complete series Blu-ray so I can finally watch the second season in dub, because like I can't do that because guess what? Hulu, no, Tubby, you know, that one free website, well, the one free app. It's like Pluto TV, but it's not Pluto TV. But Tubby came first. It's on there. SpaceDandy's on there, but you can't watch the dub, which is also weird because just like Hulu, the sub, the first season is there in dub, but the second season, oh no, we can't allow that. It's also the exact same for YouTube as well. But the thing about YouTube is YouTube only has the first season of SpaceDandy. Why did you release this? Why would you release the first one, but then also there's a whole other second season? But you know, they did their thing, I guess. But yeah, I'm just happy about that. So I'm not exactly sure what the next video is gonna be, because you know, this is it. This is like all this stuff that I was like, I had 3 videos in specific like this, but after that, I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on with that. Maybe Mr. Osumatsu. I really like Mr. Osumatsu. If you don't know what Mr. Osumatsu is, do yourself a favor and look up Osumatsu. That is also an OST like SpaceDandy that I really like. Like when I say I like the SpaceDandy OST, man, in school, I'm like always listening to the SpaceDandy OST, and that thing is like 3 hours. The SpaceDandy OST is 3 hours, and I'm constantly listening to that OST back to back to back. It's such a good OST. But yeah, I guess maybe, as I was saying, maybe I'll get season 2 of Mr. Osumatsu. I know the second season, like the second season is on like Pluto TV, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, if I really wanted to watch it, I don't have to buy it. But as I said, buy the things you like so you can get more of it. And I like, you know, Mr. Osumatsu. I haven't watched the second season, even though I did start it, but I never did like actually complete watching the second season. I don't know why I stopped. I just kind of did. I guess I just wanted to do something else, because when I was thinking about watching like the second season, I had just got done with the first season, so maybe a part of me was like, I don't know, holding back. So because like Mr. Osumatsu was up to like season 3, but yeah, maybe I'll get Mr. Osumatsu Blu-ray. I don't know, but yeah, that's it. That's the SpaceDandy episode. Like, imagine if I tried to fit this into the last video. The last video would have been like 35 minutes, so that's why I wanted to like split them into their own things, because I knew I was going to talk about SpaceDandy for a while. So, yeah, I guess we can talk about Tears of the Kingdom for like 10 seconds before I end this. Tears of the Kingdom, in short, I really like it. I think I'm basically like just now, as I'm recording this, like finishing like the last tutorial, I guess, and like the thing happens. I don't want to spoil anything about Tears of the Kingdom, so don't worry, no spoilers. But all I gotta say is I really am so far enjoying Tears of the Kingdom. It is exactly what I have wanted. It is more Breath of the Wild, but with brand new stuff. So, you know, having a good time. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this SpaceDandy Blu-ray opening, and I'm going to finally enjoy the second season of this beautiful anime. I hope you all enjoyed this, and goodbye.